Hello and welcome. This is the Stock Market Pimp, and I am beginning the very, very first episode of weekend trades, weekend wins, whatever you want to call it, weekend wins, where I'm going to take $50 and every Wednesday I'm going to place an options trade every Wednesday or every Thursday, depending on when I look at the chart. Um, and I'm just gonna take simple long calls or shorts, basically buying calls, buying puts. That is all. And I'm going to be using the order block detector. It's a free indicator by LuxAgo, but simply put, it's trading with the big banks using the larger moves, plotting the order block, and trading with them, trying to, get that nice big move with the big guys. We want to trade with the institutions, not against them. Otherwise, you will lose. So we're taking $50 and we're gonna scalp out a trade every week. And y'all are welcome to watch with me. Honestly, I could care less if you do. I could care less if you don't. I'm actually doing this more so for myself to track my own progress. So I want to stick to this regimen. But as you can see, it's JP Morgan's turn to hit that key resistance. What we're looking at these lines here, this is a linear regression histogram. Simply put, support, resistance, heavy support, heavy resistance, farthest the line is out. Obviously, I'm looking for a short here. Why am I looking for a short here? Because it has been nicely following this resistance line for the last couple of weeks, and we want to see if it's going to continue or if this move right here has enough momentum to bring it back to the almighty short, which would be like the 200 area, where institutions are heavily short, like heavily short on this 200 area. I mean, look at this drop we got right here. Another drop right there. Took it all the way down. It bought back up and look what they did. They let it consolidate for a little bit and dropped it right back down. I mean, all the way down. So we want that $10 move down. We would love to place a trade there if we could get there, but if not, we're more than happy to ride this wave if it's a big enough bounce to the downside. Now we won't be placing a trade today. We're just taking a look at some opportunities, and this does look like a possible trade opportunity. Um, so Thursday we're gonna watch this, and if we get a break above or a solid candle close above, or just any nice volume green move above this, we'll wait for that 200. But if we don't make any breaks above this previous high, we're going to be watching this to see if we can get a nice solid move down and make that little money, I mean, yeah, we want the $10 move, but we'll take the $7 move. I mean, we're not crazy or anything. That's money to be made. So we'll see. Um, but that's my JP Morgan. That's my move right there. See, even on the smaller time frame, it really looks like we should just wait for that 200. But in the larger time frame, the 30, I mean, the 30 is where I like to place a trade, but the 1 hour is where I like to watch and calculate my move. Like that looks good to me. But like I said, we're not really like 100% gonna go ahead and do that. We're just gonna watch that for now. The next stock I want to take a look at though on my list is SMCI. SMCI, because it doesn't seem to be tracking with Nvidia anymore, and I like that because it's like you still get all the momentum moves, but you also get like nicer size drops that Nvidia has not given in God knows how long. I mean, it just keeps going up and up and up. And then you got SMCI, you know, starting to get some nice sell pressure at the top here. I'm possibly looking at a short here just based off of the last gargantuan double top move. You know, this was just a couple weeks. I mean, a month ago. Like, you know, we can capitalize off all of those sell orders still open up there. Um, but institutions have been buying it all the way back up. So it's kind of one of those ones where it's like, okay, we'll see if it's been truly put to the test. Um, got another order, a sell order block above it, but if we go to the daily, I mean, we're in prime zone for a nice drop, and I mean, that's a bear flag if you ask me. That is a bear flag. Like, I mean, textbook if you ask me. Bear flag. I'm telling you, bro. This this is like what you want to see when you want a short. When you want a nice short, you want to see stuff like this because I'm looking at it from the perspective of like at least at least 100% on a nice trade. Like that's what it looks like. So I'm interested just based off of the bigger picture. Um, I usually only buy contracts that are like 2 3 weeks out because those weeklies, like, that's just pure gambling, and you don't want to gamble. You can win and do incredible numbers. I mean, I'm talking about I've had 1,000% before, but like it's too risky. Yeah, you break even a lot most of the time, so it's just not worth it in my opinion. But it's on you if you want to do that. Um, but yeah, this is my strategy, and I'm gonna be using it on all the blockbuster stocks. I call them blockbusters because they have the most volume right now. Um, so we'll move along to my next possible trade. I mean, I think I went pretty in depth on that one. I mean, I didn't go too in depth, but it's pretty simple. Like, I'm targeting anything above 940. Honestly, anything above 940, I'll probably grab puts. And like I said, we only got $50 every week to play with. So keep in mind, my contracts are gonna be, for the most part, out of the money. But with this strategy, it's like you can, you're not too out of the money to where on certain stocks. I won't say for every stock, but on certain stocks, you'll still get decent moves. You'll get nice returns as long as you manage your risk. Um, Obviously, you want to look for low thetas because you don't want to just be giving money to the market holding these contracts until they become worthless. So I'm looking for these prime moves, um, the large drops. We're trading with the institution. So without further ado, we'll check out another one. We did JPM, we did SMCI. Let's go coin. I want to look at coin because this one is like, coin is if you've ever traded Coinbase, it's super volatile. Like, you just have no idea what it's gonna do next. And I mean, I am bullish just because we're looking at, on the daily, institutional buying is happening right here. I mean, look at these wicks. I like to see that. I like to see that in this area. This isn't just your average Joe buying it from 230 and going all the way to 260 now. So, I mean, Yeah, I like that. I think right now Coinbase is a buy. I'm looking to buy. Um, I mean it's immaculate at 200. Oh my gosh, talk about a monster move. $60 in a matter of a couple days. Like, ugh, that's juicy. But nonetheless, weeks ago it was at 200, traded all the way up to like 265. Um, so I think this is just kind of like a healthy pullback into the 230s, and then I think there's still some buy orders sitting there that I wanna see if they'll rip her back up. On a shorter time frame, I mean, this is make or break right here. So we see it's being tested and it's bouncing, but what I don't like is this sell pressure up here. Like, there's a lot of sell pressure going on, even in on the smaller time frames. It's starting to look bearish. So it's like, I mean, this is troublesome. This is heavy resistance areas, but I'll take a $30 swing all day. These are nice moves. If we can get a bounce going here, it's consolidating. I like this move. So my eyes will be on Coinbase tomorrow to see if it's gonna pick a direction early or if it's gonna kind of like teeter, consolidate some more. Um, it can consolidate between this 235 and this 250 range, or it could crash through this 235 range. It could, it's volatile. So Coinbase is heavily influenced by Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is in a downtrend, then hey, prepare for a nice little drop. But we'll see. Um, Another one on my list is CRM. CRM. We're gonna look at CRM. Um, I'm actually bearish on CRM. Um, it's been getting beat up. This monster drop, like monster drop. I just think it's still got something to give. This is heavy institutional selling, like to make it go like that. I'm telling you. On the hourly chart, it's really honestly consolidating, but I think another big drop is in order, just based off of the short time frame. Like the way I'm looking at it is institutional sell-off areas here. So on these little small run-up days, if it does reach this little area again, that might be a good time to start a position for another big swing to the downside. So I'm watching Salesforce CRM. I'm not looking to enter. Um, this is kind of one of those ones where I'm just seeing if it's gonna keep testing that order block or if it's just gonna, could put out and just fizz out because off of this order block here, it touching another time would actually start to flip this, maybe bullish a little bit on a shorter time frame. Like we're even Steven right now because of the positioning of the stock. I mean, it's been actually bullish. I'll say for the past couple of, I mean, a past week, I guess. Not even the past week. Maybe like maybe 2 weeks, and then it's taking this heavy swing down. So I'm thinking maybe more sell off. Yeah, it's one of those ones I'm watching. I'm definitely watching. Like I said, I may not even enter just because I don't like. This is a bull flag, clear as day. I mean, clear as day bull flag. Um, so That's tricky. Anytime you see these big drops, though, I feel like that's where buyers like to kind of creep in. As you can see, like you don't see an order block here, but you don't see massive swings like this unless institutions hop in and start buying it. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll keep watching this area, monitoring. Um, I follow the volume though, man. I'm not hungry or thirsty for the trade. Um, let's see. One more we can look at because I don't want to give y'all everything. Um, NVO. Let's take a look at NVO. NVO. Nordisk. So we are bearish on NVO. Now this is why we're bearish on NVO. This move right here, I like to call that a shoulder or a head. I'm sorry, this is a head. This move here, I like to call this a shoulder. What I'm waiting for is a either retest of this here, institutional buying, or hear me out. Boom. We hit the downtrend to complete the head. I like all of this shorting going on here. I might want to start a position. If this does not hold through, we flip to bearish. And this is just a short, a move that I'm looking at. Again, I'm not looking for a position here. I'm not looking for a position. I'm just looking for, it's like testing a theory, you know what I'm saying? I could definitely grab some puts right here, but when institutions buy, the price moves. Anytime, you know how much money you would have to throw at this thing just to get one green candle? It's a lot. So I'm waiting to see what the institutions are gonna do. If they buy it back up through this level, I'm not gonna just fight them. I'm gonna wait and see what they do. Right now, they're buying. They're buying. It's looking like so. Once it gets in this area, then we'll start looking for a move. But I'm just telling y'all, like that way you know how to use the strategy the way I'm using it. And again, it's not. I'm not saying, hey, go grab some indicators and throw it on there, and you're gonna make a bunch of money. But this is what people do. They use strategies. They test them, and then if they get a nice flow going, they make money. Manage your risk. Use stop losses. Don't lose what you're not willing to lose. Only put money in the market that you are willing to kiss goodbye. Um, we can look at one more just because we pretty much gone through my entire watch list for these next 2 weeks. Um, so yeah, we'll look at one more, and that will be ACN. ACN. This one is another volatile move, but I'm bearish. I'm bearish on this one, and this is why. Institutional selling. Look at the big drops. Look at the big drops. Yeah, we do have some buying here. We have some buying here. Check that out. But I like these moves. I like these moves. I think we're gonna see some more downside. Um, we are bearish long term. Look at these drops. I think we are going to continue going down for quite some time, only because of the way the chart is working out. It's respecting the resistance. It's respecting that line right there. If it wasn't respecting it and it was just breaking out all crazy, then no. But even on the bullish side, it's respecting. You know what I'm saying? So I expect more pullback. I like that it tested this and went back up. Like this kind of confirms that yeah, there are still some buy orders down here, but the sell pressure is more consistent. You see what I'm saying? Don't trade against the overall trend. The trend is your friend, my friend. So yeah, the average Joe might see this and be like, "Nah, it's time to full port calls." I'm not looking for no crazy bounce. I'm looking for what's been going on and what's more likely to keep going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, Even on the bullish side of things, though, I mean, that's a big drop. I don't see it, recovering and just going right back up. I feel like that's more unrealistic. I like the consolidation here, but that's not really, you know, this happening is a little bit more far fetched. You know, just a little bit more far fetched, in my opinion. Um, yeah, like the monthly charts look like that's a big drop. I may get interested back in this area if it were to get all the way down here to the 260 to 245 range. Then I might start looking at some calls if it were to just simply be so oversold to that point. But yeah, for right now, we're looking at Poots, baby. We're looking at Poots. We're looking at Poots. And the consolidation is really kind of going on right here from these 280s to 29. Like, if it was gonna make a move, it would have done it here. It would have done it here. It would have broke past 290, 294, and just kept going. Um, so that's another reason why I'm bearish short term for probably like the next week or so, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and that's we don't plan on even being in the market on a specific move, like on a play. For example, if I buy a call or a put, I'm looking for 100% return and getting out. I'm not necessarily like let your runners run. Don't get me wrong. You can always set a stop loss. But I'm not greedy. Like I'll take that money off the table and revisit. If another move presents itself. But again, let your runners run, but just don't get greedy. Never chase profit. Always take profit. We're in this game to make the money because at the end of the day, Uncle Sam wants 35% of it back. So make the money, man. Um, but this was the first episode of um I don't know what I want to call it. Winning weeks, winning Wednesdays, whatever. We're winning with $50. We're gonna put $50, buy a call option, buy a put option, and we're gonna make money. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you